Hey guys, Anthony here once again, and it is the 20th anniversary of Resident Evil. So I figured it's been a little while since I've shown off my whole collection, so I figured it was a good time to do so. I figured I usually do these kind of behind the camera and then I just kind of put it in front of it, but I figured, alright, let me step in front of the camera and just show you my collection and what I have. So yeah, here we go. Start off with the first Resident Evil, of course, classic long box version. Yeah, this is just essential to have. So this little spongy thing. There's the disc. I always love the artwork too on these, like how it's actually on the case. Something that was missing in the slim cases, you know. So yeah, there you go, Resident Evil. So it's good. These aren't too hard to find. They're still around, obviously, but you know, a little pricey. This is the small version of that when they did away with the big long box. So there you go. That's that. And the manual is pretty much the same. It's just shrunken down to that. This one's pretty rare to find incomplete. I was noticing, I was looking on eBay and online, and I was just like, I wonder how much this is going for. And yeah, it's pretty high if you find one. But yeah, this is the Saturn version of Resident Evil. It has the exclusive battle mode on it, which I have played. I've beaten through this and actually unlocked it. So it was a really good port. It was a gift a few years ago, so that's where this is. So yeah, great port. And now we have the Resident Evil Director's Cut. This is the one that they released when they had to push Resident Evil 2 back, and they were like, well, let's put the demo in this. So this is the version with the music that was originally in the game. On the Dualshock version, they put in this weird music that I'm not a big fan of. Some fans aren't. Yeah, so they redid that on the Dualshock, but this is the original Director's Cut, so it's got the colorful red there, and on the Greatest Hits one, it's there. This case is a little messed up. The top part kind of comes apart, but yeah, there's the Resident Evil 2 demo in there as well. So it's kind of cool, but yeah. So Resident Evil Director's Cut. And we have this, and I still have the label on here for some reason. But this is Resident Evil Director's Cut DualShock. This is the one that is on the PSN. This is the one that's out publicly because it supports DualShock, which a lot of people care about and stuff. And actually, in this case, I hold my original 20 years ago original copy. I don't have the box for it, whatever my dad did with it a while ago, but I used to just keep it in here. So this is Director's Cut, but this is my original copy. It still works. So I keep it in there, and that is very special. So there you go. Resident Evil 2. What can I say? It's Resident Evil 2. Fan favorite. It's currently being remade. But yeah, this is a great sequel. I did a review on it a few years ago. So there you go. All that crap. I don't really have to show you the inside of everything. I'm just kind of going with it. DualShock as well. So this comes with the rookie mode and the battle mode as well. So there you go. And yeah, like usually I would kind of go in depth of everything, but I only have so much time on my camera and stuff, so I don't want to go into everything for so long. Resident Evil 2 for N64, another one that you know, is hard to find in good condition because these boxes are really flimsy, as you can just tell, or if you collect N64 or anything that revolves around these cases, yeah, it's a bitch. But yeah, so Resident Evil 2, N64, somehow this was another gift, and somehow it wasn't in bad shape. It was actually in really good shape. It has the manual and stuff in there, so it's complete. So that is that. N64. A pretty good version too. They were able to make the video work on there for the cutscenes, crammed in that cartridge. It's a really good port, really fun. You also get to change the color of blood and stuff in there. So, all right, I'm just picking from the pile here. All right, Resident Evil 2 for the Dreamcast. It's kind of like similar to the PC version. It looks a little bit better, brighter. So that's Resident Evil 2. And we have, this is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis on the PC. I lost the big box of this, and I regret that because they are really expensive. I forget what kind of cases they're called, but they used to come these big, and the artwork and everything. I used to have it, but yeah, this is the CD-ROM, and I have just a burned copy for a backup. So I don't even think I can make this run on Windows 10 if I tried, but I don't know. But yeah, so I used to have that case. I'll try to find it online, but that's even harder to find. This is Biohazard 3, Last Escape, Japanese version. I got this a few years ago. It was actually one of my first Resident Evil Collection updates on this channel from 6 years ago. So, yeah. Really cool version. I love how the case looks. I love the Japanese cases a lot better. But yeah, it's got a really colorful booklet compared to the US. And that's the disc there. All that stuff. So it's a really cool port. I'm getting into the Japanese ports soon. I only have a few more things to get. Resident Evil 3 demo disc that came with Dino Crisis. I kind of gave it its own little case there. And then my favorite game of all time, Resident Evil 3. It's dying to be remade. I'm actually going to make a video about if they ever were to remake this, some things I'd like to see on it. Yeah, it's just my favorite game of all time, and it's, I've stated it a million times, I don't know, this is just the one for me that, like, really caught my attention towards, like, I wouldn't say, like, 1 and 2 didn't, but I don't know what it was, just nostalgia and everything. I don't want to ramble on, but yeah, Resident Evil 3, it's great. And Resident Evil 3 for Dreamcast, so another great port, similar to, the second one. So, and you got 2 copies of Resident Evil Survivor. This is the original that I had, and then I got it with the manual. So, yeah, not the best Resident Evil game, that's for sure. So, speaking of not the best Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Gaiden, whatever, 1998. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, yeah. Resident Evil Code Veronica for Dreamcast. Did an LP on this a few years ago. Another fan favorite that a lot of people want to see remastered. So there you go. And it's sealed, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's a sealed copy. So I found this. It was like, I forget how much it was. It wasn't too much. It was like a bidding thing, and I won. So that worked out. Alright, let's get into some of the PS2 ones. Again, I'm kind of doing this in a new way, so I'm just going to see. Hopefully it works out well. So, Code Veronica X. This comes with the Devil May Cry demo. I think they had a Devil May Cry that came with a Code Veronica demo as well. This is the 5th anniversary edition, so, you know, it's kind of funny. And here we are. But yeah, so, Code Veronica. Dead Aim, which isn't too bad of a game. Like, it's not like the worst ever. It has its funny moments, but, you know, always consider doing a Let's Play on that. Outbreak. Again, this is another one that a lot of people want to see on current gen, so you can actually play the damn online. But yeah, a lot of people want me to do a Let's Play on this, and it's just, I don't know if I can do it. I really don't know. Like, I really don't know. Just because the AI and everything, it really just sucks. And File 2, which I heard is a little bit better. You know, and do I agree? I mean, I don't know, because, like, I don't really have fond opinions about these, but, you know. And Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation 2. So there you go. That's some Code Veronica X. Same thing. The PS2 version looks like shit, though, for some reason. It just looks really, like, washed out and dark. The Gamecube one looks a little bit brighter. And the Dreamcast version looked better than the PS2 version. That's why I also did a Let's Play on that specific version. But the Gamecube one, this one was also pretty expensive for some reason. But I got this a few years back. Perry found it for me, so thanks, Perry. So there you go. So here. The almighty Resident Evil remake. Amazing. If you don't know about that, then shame on you. Resident Evil Zero. Currently playing through the remaster of that, finally. It's been a little while, but I'm starting to do it. Resident Evil 2 on Gamecube. These are just pretty much ports, not much to say. You know, they look a little bit better. But they are what they are. Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 4 preview disc, which I recently got. Shout out to Aaron for finding this for me. He found that we were in a store, and a record store, and he actually found this for me. And I got it. It was like $6. That's cool. And then Resident Evil 4 on GameCube. One of my favorite covers on the Resident Evil games. Yeah, it's always been my favorite. Something just about it. I don't know. Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the DS. Pretty much like the first one, just on the DS, and it has some touchpad and shit. So, yeah. There you go. We have Resident Evil 5 on the PlayStation 3. Just put these down here. Resident Evil 5 for the PlayStation 3. Yeah. Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition. It's still sealed. So that is that. I like this version a lot because everything's on the disc, unlike the Xbox version, which is pretty much pointless to get because all the DLC and extra content is on tokens. So it's pretty much just like having the original game, but you have to download tokens with it. It's all on the Blu-ray because they can actually fit it. See, that was the issue. They can actually fit it on the disc. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, and then we got some Resident Evil 6 there. This is a new one, Biohazard Zero, by itself. It's not by itself over here. It's only with the remake of the Origins collection. So yeah, I was like, well, might as well get it by myself, and it has a cool little 20th anniversary thing right there, something we don't have for some reason. So yeah, that's that. And it's sealed because I didn't open it, because why bother? And the Origins collection as well. So I'll eventually get this on Xbox One. Got some of these right here. Resident Evil Degeneration. Degeneration on Blu-ray. And Damnation. So, great little movies. Resident Evil 5 Collector's Edition for 360. This is my main version that I played. And we have Operation Raccoon City for Xbox as well. Resident Evil 6 demo. This is the first taste of Resident Evil 6 that we got, and me and Richard did a little Let's Play, Let's Have Fun on it. And 6 is coming out, soon on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, yeah. So the remasters, if you want to call it that. But it's not a remake. So some people are like, oh, they're remaking it. No, it's just a remaster. But anyway, yeah, so 6 demo, that's why I kind of kept it in the collection, just kind of for memory's sake. Resident Evil 6 Archives comes with download tokens for Gold, Code Veronica 4, and it comes with Degeneration, so there you go. And we have Revelations. So I still need that on, I still need the original Revelations on DS. So, we got 3DS. Speaking of 3DS, we got Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D sealed. We got Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition sealed. All these are sealed because I do have a Wii now, it's hacked, but I don't really need to open these. So, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, Dark Side Chronicles, and Resident Evil Archives. I need Zero archived as well, so they don't have all the archives. And the Wii collection, Biohazard. This is their physical collector's edition that they had only in Japan. Got this from PlayAsia, and it's just fucking awesome. It's just one of my favorite Resident Evil items that I have. Yeah, it's a must-have for any collector. It's great. It comes with the map and everything. It's fucking awesome. So, we also have all the books. So, we have the Umbrella Conspiracy, Caliban Cove, City of the Dead, which is Resident Evil 2, Underworld, Nemesis. These are great. I love the original covers too a lot better than the new ones. It's kind of pointless for me to get that. Code Veronica and then 0 Hour. So S.D. Perry made great books. I've been actually reading a lot of them recently. I've just been going back and reading them they're great, well written. So yeah, Resident Evil 5. I got this a while ago. I just found it on eBay, and it's limited. So it's just a cool little thing. Cool artwork, I guess. Deck building game. I finally did play this recently, back in December, and me and my friend John played it, and it was actually really fun. So it's super addicting too, because you kind of get like into it and understand it, and once you start understanding it, it kind of gets more fun. So deck building game. I also have some action figures from the first series of toys, with the heart pumping action, and then we have the chimeras and the hunters. So yeah, I never really like tried to get the rest of these. I eventually will. I just kind of found these cheap, and I was like, might as well get them. So yeah. All right. And we got some strategy guides here. So we got Resident Evil 6 strategy guide, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 2 and 3 is the GameCube one that came out, Resident Evil Survivor. I recently got this with the poster that I have hanging up right here, Resident Evil 3, the perfect guide. Very, very nostalgic strategy guide for me. Resident Evil 2 is the original strategy guide that I had. Perfect guide. This is a Resident Evil Director's Cut ripped up strategy guide that I have left. And Resident Evil Zero. So, I don't have Remake for the GameCube for a strategy guide, but I should get that. And then, yeah, we're missing one more thing. The movies. Resident Evil 1, Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, and Retribution. All on Blu-ray. Yeah, I keep them separate on my Blu-rays because, yeah. But fun, cheesy action movies. That's all these things are. But anyway, that pretty much does it, except my posters are the last thing. This is my Resident Evil 5 poster that I have hanging up. One of my favorite pieces of artwork in the series. I just love it a lot. So it's one of my first posters. And then I have a Resident Evil 3 poster, which again is my favorite game. So I got that from the Perfect Guide that I got back in the summer. I had the original Perfect Guide of that as well, but I cannot find the poster. And my Remake poster as well, with all the Resident Evil stuff that I just did. Yeah, so I kind of just wanted to do it in a different way, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, happy 20 years of Resident Evil.